Yahoo. Hello. Yahoo. Hi. Yahoo. Whoa. Okay, that's enough. That's in fact that's too much. Hello. I hope you've been well. What is good in your world? Catch me up. But do it really quickly, because we're on a time crunch today. We've got exactly 1 hour, and I forgot to tweet. So I'm just gonna retweet it this time. Boom. It's done. Karaoke party. I wish I was there. I love karaoke, but I've never been to like a karaoke party. I've never done it with people. I want to do it so bad. Like a group karaoke. I want to do that. Ice cream cake. Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds so yummy. I love a good like cookies and cream ice cream cake. It's so yummy. Halloween costume. Ooh. Best of luck in finding it. I think it's very satisfying when you find the right fit for you. You know what I mean? As for me, I've been doing so much work. I woke up. I started working, and I stopped like 30 minutes ago. Yay! Yay, Kaelix! Yay! And I'll continue in about an hour. Yay! Oh, but 30 minutes ago when I stopped to set up a new trinket. Stopped to set up a new thing for you so you could have a cool thing. Oh my god, what happened? I'm gonna show this to you, but I have a disclaimer to follow it. I got a new toy. I need you to know that when I set this up, it was like 60, and it stayed at around 60. I don't know what just happened. What's going on? It's getting higher. Oh no! Oh no! It was at 60 10 minutes ago. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm nervous. What? What? What's going on? It's so high. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have some tea. Ooh. Calm, cool, collected, relaxed. I promise. I swear to you, it was like 60 BPM 20 minutes ago. And I think my normal is actually a bit lower. I think I usually am around like 50. Is it because I'm laughing? I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I feel so vulnerable. You can see how fast my heart's beating. That's so scary. I don't know how fast your heart's beating. It's not equal. Yeah, I set this up today, and I might choose to pull this out during horror streams on occasion. Yeah. Doki doki, doki doki. Excited to see you. Maybe. There we go. We're back to double digits. Uh-oh. Oh no. That's so embarrassing. There's something so embarrassing about it. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so nerve-wracking. It, like, seeing it go higher just makes me more nervous, which only makes it go higher. That's so weird. It's so weird. I feel like I haven't been this nervous on a live stream since that one stream which we don't talk about. I think that's the last time I was nervous like this. Like, my face is beet red right now. Like, my face is so warm. It's so warm. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I've been I'll go ahead and hide this now. Its novelty is already worn off, but yeah, I wanted to show you that I got that and I set that up. So maybe we'll use it another time. No, what? You just want to keep it up forever? No, I've already taken it off. I don't know. While you weren't looking, I actually just reached under my turtleneck and I unbuckled it. It's on my desk now. Yeah, fun new toy that I thought I'd show off really quick because I set it up today to make sure it would work. Yeah, we only have an hour. I can't spend the whole thing laughing about how fast my heart's going. I can't spend that whole time doing that. But what has been good in the world? What have we not been able to talk about recently? What's been going on that we haven't been able to discuss? Illyria had her birthday. That was really cute. Did you see the karaoke? I think it was archived, right? I was watching it live and I haven't checked it since, so I don't know, but it should have been, I think. Yeah, they did like a 3D karaoke. It was really, really cute. Really fun. I want to be there. I want to do one of those someday. Like the 3D karaoke with the Damu database. They have so many songs on that database. It's unreal. There are so many songs I could sing. Yeah, I want to be there for one of those someday. Maybe I'll have my own, host my own. Yeah, it was lots of fun. There was that. What else has happened recently? Yeah, Pokemon ZA. Pokemon ZA, we talked about that a little bit during the Pomodoro stream yesterday. I have it. It's in my possession. I actually almost streamed it today, but I thought I needed a little bit more time to recover before I did a full gaming stream, because I'm not going to play a video game for 1 hour. I'm not gonna play a game for 1 hour. But I'll play it next week, probably. I'm thinking of playing it Wednesday, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, I can tell you. I guess I'll tell you in more detail when the stream ends, because that's how I usually handle my calendar updates. But yeah, I'm hoping to play it next week, so that I will not be the only by the beat that is Pokemon Z2A-less. I'll be playing it next week, I think. Should be. Might cancel it, might reschedule, but I should be good to go. I'm on a pretty clear, like, upward diagonal trend of vocal stability, where I get just a little bit better every day. Curious as to which starter? It'll be Tepig. I'm picking Tepig because Tepig was my very first starter ever. I'm picking Tepig. Tepig is the only one for me. I'm so sorry. I'm sure Chikorita is great. I'm sure she's awesome. I don't know her, so I will not be picking Chikorita. This is no shade, no hate to Chikorita. Again, I'm sure she's awesome, but I'll be going with Tepig. Tepig is my oldest partner Pokemon. My very first one. I'm nothing like the rest of y'all. Cochino, what? For picking Tepig? What's wrong with Tepig? Huh? What's wrong with that? Tepig's cute. So cute, in fact, that I don't think I'll be evolving him either. I think I'm going to keep him locked at the first evolution. He's never reaching Emboar. He's not even reaching Pignite. He's going to stay as Tepig forever. Probably. Oh, Cochino, I get it literally, because Cochino is like swine. It's like calling somebody a pig. Okay. I thought you were calling me the Cochino. I was like, ¿yo? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué Cochino, eh? I was like, what did I do? Why you say Cochino to me for? Pointing at myself, ¿yo? I was like, what did I do? What's wrong with Tepig? You hate Tepig that much? Nah, you just want me to match with by the beat picking Chikorita. Japanese name is Pokabu. Yeah, like it's like Poka Poka and Buta, right? Poka Poka, Poka Poka. It's a really cute name, Pokabu. Pokabu 好きです。一番好きなポケモンじゃないんだけど、好きです。It's not my number one, but I do really like it. I like Unova in general. Pokemon Black and White, those Pokemon are all my favorite. And it's been confirmed for me, it was confirmed for me during the stream yesterday that I can, in fact, catch a Litwick, which means I can have a Chandelure in my team. And so Tepig will be our main for a minute. The moment we get Litwick, Tepig is just gonna kind of be like a bystander. As much as I love the starter Pokemon, I am perhaps among the quickest in the world to put my starter in a box. To put my first partner rather. Starter's like the word that players use, but did you know that the official term for them is first partner? I'm pretty sure. I can get Golurk too? Can I really? If I can, he's going there too. And then I'll do either all Unova or all Ghost type. I might do Mono Ghost. I love making an all Ghost type team. I don't know what Unova Pokemon and what Ghost type Pokemon are in that one, but is Chandelure my fave? No, but Chandelure is one of my favorites. Golurk is my favorite. Golurk is number one in my heart. Not just of Unova, not just of Ghost types, but of all Pokemon ever. Golurk is my favorite. Yeah, I think Ghost type is fun in general. I like all of them, but I like, outside of Unova, I like Gengar. I think Gengar is really cool. I like Shuppet. I like Poltegeist is another one that I really like. I love Poltegeist and Sinistea. Yeah, I like Ghost types. They're my favorite. I am definitely a Ghost type guy. Top 5 Pokemon. Wait, hold on. I think I can find this for you. When I let's see. We had a meeting at one point by the beat where we talked about our favorite Pokemon, and I brought out this website where you can sort, like you gradually select your favorite by region and by type until you have all of your favorites. And I have it. I found it. And I'm talking like every Pokemon ever. Every single one ever. I cannot give you my top 5, but I can give you my favorite of like any type, I guess. My favorite normal type is Lillipup. My favorite fire type is Primeape. My favorite water type is, it's called Duat, right? Like the second evolution of Oshawott. I like the second one. I can't remember his name. My favorite grass type is Whimsicott. My favorite electric type is Emolga. My favorite ice type is it Alolan Ninetales? The one that's ice type instead of fire. I think it's Alola is where that one came from. My favorite fighting type is it Machoke or Machamp that has 4 arms? The one with several arms is my favorite. I can't remember if that's Machoke or Machamp. My favorite... Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on his name? Because I only have the images. I think the name is Scolipede, but I don't remember if that's right. For bug type? Or wait, is this bug type or poison type? Hold on. Yeah, Scolipede is the Pokemon. The type is poison. That's my favorite poison type, is Scolipede. My favorite ground type is Golurk. My favorite flying type is... Oh, I'm forgetting her little name. What is the name? It's the baby crow with the witch hat. What is that called? I can't remember the name of that one. I'm blanking. But I really like that one. That's my favorite flying type. Murkrow, thank you. Thank you, thank you. My favorite psychic is Reuniclus, if I'm pronouncing that right. Like the one that's a cell type Pokemon. It's like cells. Cellular mitosis. Reuniclus is my favorite psychic. My favorite bug type Pokemon is the... Oh, I can't remember. I forget Pokemon names so easily. There's like the cicada Pokemon, and when it evolves, it has 2 things it can go to, and one of them is just kind of like the discarded shell. That's like an angel. What is that called? I like that one. I also like... what is it called? Not Larvesta. I'm so bad at remembering Pokemon names. The evolution of Larvesta is another one that I like. Ninjask. Shedinja. Thank you. Shedinja is the one I was thinking of. Shedinja. Like the shed skin. That's my favorite bug type. And then... My favorite rock type is... Nosepass is the smaller one, right? And Probopass is the bigger one. I realized that Nosepass and Probopass are compasses, and that made me really like them. I think they're really cute. So that's my favorite rock type. My favorite ghost type is Golurk, but in this list, I distinguished it as Chandelure so that Chandelure could show up in the list. Because Golurk was already my favorite ground type. But yeah, I put Chandelure, because Chandelure is also one of my favorites. So I rigged the list a little bit. My favorite dragon type is Gudra. Specifically, I prefer the one that has the shell. I think it's really cute. But I like every form of Gudra. I think they're all cool. I like the slime dragon. And then my favorite dark type is Zoroa. My favorite steel type is... Oh, I forget her name. It's the one where it's got like the big ponytail with teeth. What is that called? It's got... And it like stands with its back to you. Its mouth kind of looks like a piranha plant. Mile, thank you. I'm so bad at remembering names. I just put Whimsicott again for fairy. But I also really like Hatterene and Klefki and Mime Jr. Fairy's a little tough because I just kind of feel equal about most of them. My favorite starter is Chimchar. My favorite... Oh, it's separated into gimmick forms. My favorite like regional variant or gimmick form is the Hisuian Zoroa, like the ghost type Zoroa, where it's got like the red wisps coming off. My favorite legend / mythical is Victini overall favorite came out to be Golurk. Yeah, those are my favorites. That took a long time. Thank you for sitting through all that. Those are my favorite Pokemon by type. I love them all. They're so cool. There are so many more than those that I like a lot that just did not get included because of the way that the sorting works. But yeah. And then I made like a little list of 6 because it encourages you to make like a team. My team was Golurk, Hisui and Zoroa, Chandelure, Legitimate Antique Poltegeist, Doublade, and Ceruledge. Not at all a competitively sound team, to be fair, but they're all very cool. Favorite evolution? Ooh, for years it's been Vaporeon, but the world has made me feel a little bad about it. So, like, I almost feel sad when I share that my favorite is Vaporeon. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. But I think Vaporeon looks really cool. I like the pointed ears, and I like the frilled part around the neck. I just think it looks very regal and elegant. I like Vaporeon. Very cute. I also really like Leafeon. For a lot of the same reasons. Yeah. I am desperate for them to drop a ghost type evolution. The day they drop a ghost type evolution, it's over for me. It is over. Like I'm cooked. The day a ghost type evolution enters the roster. We know what you are. What's that supposed to mean? I know what you are. Pointing my finger back. You know what they say when you point one finger, when you point a finger at somebody, you got 3 fingers pointing right back at you. You get that? Because when you're pointing your index finger, your middle ring and pinkies are all pointing back at you. Your middle ring and pinky are all pointing back. 4 fingers pointed back at you, but the thumb doesn't point at you. What kind of thumb do you have? Hold on, I'm like... Yeah, it's only 3 of them pointing back at you. Where's your thumb pointing? How does that work? Is the saying 4 fingers? If it is, they're wrong. Whoever it is that says that, whoever they are, you know, they say 4 fingers point back. They're wrong. Only 3 fingers are pointing at you. Yeah. Unless you got some wacky thumb, which, you know, no judgment. But that's not how pointing works. What if you point at the mirror? Well, then I guess you're getting all 5 in that case. Except the thumb could kind of just go in a random direction. When I point, my thumb just kind of goes diagonal right away from where I'm pointing. You know what I'm talking about? It goes like a convergent... No, not a convergent, like a perpendicular direction. Anyway, I like Vaporeon. I think Vaporeon's pretty. I like pretty Pokemon. I like when they're cool and elegant. And I also like when they're a little spooky or messed up. I like when they look a little sad too. I don't know. There's like when they look a little sad or lonely, there's part of me that feels good about having them with me. You know what I mean? It's like I can be a friend to this creature. It makes me happy. That's why I really like most ghost type, because I think they always end up making ghost types look really like gloomy and lonely. I find that most ghost types look a little sad. Cubone, that's a good one. That's a good one. That Pokemon is just like, adopt me, please. Please adopt me. I'm so sad. Please adopt me. You're like, of course. Come here. Drifloon. I like Drifloon. Drifloon has some spooky lore. I am not a fan of the way that Drifloons are behaving. So I will train a Drifloon to protect the people. I will do my civic duty and keep a close watch over a Drifloon / Drifblim. I think they're a little spooky. They're a little, that's suspicious. That's weird. I think they're cute though. I like the bandage mouth that Drifblim has. And I like the little, like on Drifloon. Wait, which one is the baby and which one is the higher evolution? I'm always mixing those up. Drifblim versus Drifloon. I like the little tuft of cloud hair that the smaller one has. Yeah, Phantom lore. That's another spooky one. I love the design for Phantom. And I think Phantom has one of my favorite cries of any Pokemon where it's like, wow, and it's got the crackling sounds. That's like one of the most satisfying Pokemon cries to me. Oh, blimp! Drifblim is a reference to the word blimp. So Drifblim is the bigger one. Duh. I never realized that. I never connected that Drifblim came from drifting blimp. Like Drifloon is drift and balloon, right? That's easy. Drifblim, I was like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing now. I guess we're doing Drifblim now. Like the factory guy. I guess we're doing circles now. I never connected the dots for that one. There are so many that I don't know. It's part of why I just forget them. Which is really funny in my case, because something to know about me, if you haven't seen me play Pokemon Scarlet at all, I do not nickname my Pokemon. And I never have. I guess that's a lie. I did it when I played the very first time as a little kid, but I very quickly switched to not doing it when I started watching the anime on TV. Like when I started seeing it, because I realized they didn't nickname their Pokemon. Yeah, I don't nickname my Pokemon at all. And even when I did, when baby Kaelix was in there nicknaming Pokemon, he would just nickname them a twist on what their regular name was. For example, Tepig was my very first starter when I was playing my first Pokemon game. Can you guess his nickname? Can you guess the name that I gave him? Close. It was Teppy. I called him Teppy. Every single Pokemon nickname that I actually gave them was just like the root plus an E sound. And I would spell it as I-E. So Tepig was Teppy. All the way up to the end, getting my first box legendary, Reshiram. No. I think you're talking about Reshi. That's my pet. So yeah, even then, even when I was actually giving nicknames to Pokemon, I was still just, you know, doing a twist on what their actual name was. And ever since then, I've just not nicknamed them at all, because it was very often the case in that scenario where, you know, I would nickname it based on the first evolution, and then it would grow big and strong and it would evolve. So then I have a level 78 Emboar named Teppy. So I stopped. I was like, oh, if I just don't nickname it, then the name will change with the evolution. And I think now you can just change a Pokemon's nickname for free with no extra effort at all. Times have changed. And you could just like relearn moves that you forgot in the past without going to any shady guys in this one specific Pokemon Center. Times have changed. Things are different. It's just not the same. It used to be so complicated. You could just like change the order of your moves on a whim just to like organize it better. Genuinely, the kids of today do not know how good they have it when it comes to quality of life in Pokemon. Back in my day, if a Pokemon forgot a move, it was pretty much gone forever. It was just gone forever. You had to remember forever if you wanted that move to be there. And the order, like the slot 1, 2, 3, or 4, it was there forever too. It was never going to switch slots. So if you had a fire move on slot 1 and another fire move on slot 3, and you'd rather just have them on 1 and 2 so they're next to each other, that's tough. Sorry. Unk. I need you to know, when you call me Unk, it's giving child. You're giving 12 years old when you call me Unk. It's not a good look. I don't recommend it. That's something we've talked about before. If you call me Unk, that does not bode well for you. And I will say, I've got my written rules when it comes to like chatting. This is a joke. I'm about to make a joke based in truth. I have my written chat rules that people follow and are so well behaved around. I have a secret additional rule that I haven't really articulated out loud that I'm going to share with you today. If I suspect someone of being 12 years old because they talk like somebody who's 12 years old, I just automatically ban them forever. So you better be careful. No, I'm kidding. That part's a joke. I'm not going to ban you for calling me Unk. You better be careful. Don't want to look like you're 12. Merciless. It is for their own good and also my own good and everybody's own good. And I'd play it by vibes, and I can tell. I can tell. So my advice is just don't talk like a 12-year-old on the internet. Peace sign. No, I don't have to pull that out very often. I can tell. Well, usually I don't actually ban immediately. What I'll usually do, first, I'll test the waters. I'll time out for 10 minutes and see if their behavior changes when they come back. And then I'll time out for an hour. And if it still doesn't change, then they're gone. I do a 3-strike system. What do they talk about? It's not so much what they talk about, so much as how they talk about it. Sometimes it is what they talk about. For example, big 12-year-old on the internet behavior is making everything about yourself. Like, ooh, this is how I feel about this. Oh my gosh, you should listen to me. All caps. That is 12-year-old behavior. Yeah, this is elementary school. You're going to have to change your card, go down to yellow. And if you keep it up, you're going to go down to red. So you better be careful. How do I keep it in check? Personally, I feel like I have a lot to learn when it comes to chat moderation. And honestly, I may eventually reach a point where I cannot continue doing things on my own. But I've reached a point where I feel like just saying how I feel about certain things and saying it again every now and then if people have missed it or forgotten, that's enough. And I find that I can trust people to behave, and it goes pretty well for me. Yeah, I have no complaints. I guess my only complaints would be during collabs. I don't know what it is about collabs that make people want to come out and misbehave, but even then I don't mind, because those people are not the same people usually. You know what I mean? It's a different situation, so I'm not bothered. Yeah, as long as you're comfortable, because that's what I really care about. Like anything I'm talking about rules for way too long now. I didn't mean to. It was just a context for a joke. But yeah, any rule that I place, with the exception of like 2 rules that I've placed, most of those are for you rather than for me. So yeah, as long as you feel safe to hang out, and as long as you feel like you can watch without hiding the chat box, that's awesome. That's all I really want, because it's been a case many times where people will feel like, I can only watch if I hide the chat box. I do not want it to be something miserable. I want you to be able to talk to me, you know? Yeah. So I hope it works. Yeah, I have not named my Pokemon in a billion years in any of the Pokemon games that I've played. And I will be continuing this tradition of not naming my Pokemon. So Tepig's name will be Tepig. Litwick's name will be Litwick until it evolves into Lampent and then into Chandelure, at which points its name will change to correspond with the name of its evolution. I don't know if that comes off as cold or impersonal, but I don't know. I like it. And what I was trying to say in the first place is that it's ironic that despite the fact that I never name my Pokemon, I still forget what their names are. Even the ones that I've used and like had in my team, even the ones that I've trained would be a better word than used. For me, I just like doing anything in the game that makes it feel more like the anime, because, I was late to playing the game, I was late to watching the show, but when I did start consuming it all at the same time, I was much more interested in the show. I really loved the show. I got invested in like Ash and his journey and all that stuff. And I loved the Pokemon movies. So another thing that you may have noticed if you watch me play Scarlet at all is that I only use regular Pokeballs. I don't use Ultra Balls. I don't use Great Balls. I have not used a Great Ball or an Ultra Ball for a Pokemon that I was going to train in my team since the first time I played. I think by the time I was doing my second run, I was already switching things up so that it would be more like the anime. So I only use regular Pokeballs. I only make exceptions if I'm just catching a Pokemon for the Pokedex. In those cases, I might use like an Ultra Ball. But yeah, no. If it's gonna be in my team or if I'm gonna trade it with somebody, it's only a Pokeball. Or if I'm trading it with somebody, it might be a Premier Ball. And I don't mind it. I don't mind that it's a little bit harder to catch. I find that the difference is not that bad if you just damage the Pokemon enough. And honestly, I don't end up catching that many Pokemon in the end that I plan to keep in my team anyway. You know, most of the Pokemon you catch will not be for your team. And your team won't change that much over the course of the game if you have a plan in mind already. Pokemon Go. I wanted to back when the hype was first alive, but unfortunately, I live in Kokiri Village, where there are exactly 3 Pokestops in the entire multiple mile radius. So there wasn't very much that I could do. So I gave up. I gave up on Pokemon Go. It just wasn't going to work. Yeah, I live too much in the place I live is far too remote. I live in the middle of nowhere, so there were no Pokestops. It was difficult to walk around and catch and train Pokemon. It just was not for me. Same thing with Pikmin Bloom. I really wanted to play that one, but I couldn't. That's something I kind of want to get into in the future, maybe. I've considered that. Because when I inevitably move, I'll be walking outside a lot more. Because when I walk outside or when I run outside, most of the time, I'm either hiking, which I don't do too often these days, just because I don't want to go alone, you know. I'm either hiking or more often I'm running loops in a parking lot is what I'll usually do. So in the future, you know, if there's pedestrian architecture in a new home where I can just walk with a destination, I'll probably be more incentivized to do things like that. You know what I mean? I might. Though personally, I also don't know that I need like a video game to spice up a walk, because I enjoy just a walk on its own. I like just walking normally. Pikmin and JP Metropolis goes crazy. I can imagine. Pikmin 1 and 2 and Pikmin 3. Pikmin who play control for the Wii. Pikmin 4 and 5. Pikmin 6. Pikmin 7. Pikmin 18 billion and 11. Pikmin 3 Deluxe and a Pikmin. Pikmin Temptation and Pikmin Sin. Pikmin on your iPad, it's called Pikmin Bloom. Brand new crossover with Pikmin and Doom. I haven't thought about that in a while. Lost browser game. Have I ever shown you that? that is my... Oh, wait, now it sounds mean. That is my really intentionally bad impression of Loewe, as someone who really loves Loewe. That's how she would sing that. She'd sing it like this. Lost browser game. I have to clarify that it's intentionally bad, and it comes from love. I love her voice so much. She's one of my favorite artists of our time. Lost browser game. Making fun? No. That's my queen. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment. Yeah. Big fan. It makes me think of I think I've talked a little bit. There are those 2 drag queens that I really like, Trixie and Katya. Trixie has a very similar intentionally bad impression of Ariana Grande, where she goes, "Wani nani mono, nani mono, wani nani no no." Like it sounds nothing like her. That's what that makes me think of. Lost browser game. Just like a satellite. No, it sounds nothing like her. It sounds nothing like her. Just like a. But it does in my brain. Does that make sense? It's like if you cover your ears and like do the thing where you like, how do I explain that? Do you ever do that? I used to do that all the time as a kid. You'll bring your finger over the part of your ear that juts out a little bit and you'll close it over and over again. Like, and so then when you're in like a crowded room, like a cafeteria full of talking people, you hear like the. Yeah, if you did that while I was doing my Loewe impression, it would sound just like her. It also reminds me, have you ever tried this? If you do like actually here, I can demonstrate this using my tuning app. I have like a pocket pitch thing. If you take like a phone speaker and bring it up to your lips and make like shapes without vocalizing, you'll bend the pitch. It's really cool. So if I do like I'll just pull out a D. You get it? Here, hold on. Let's where is it? Let's cut the BGM. Let's try that again. Cicadas. It is kind of like a cicada. Hold on. That's my cicada impression now. Trudy. Oh, no. That would be more like. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's the stupidest thing in the world, but I love it. I will spend, if I'm in the right mood, I will spend a billion years just. Okay, that's enough. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's really fun. What's extra fun is if you pull up like a chord, like a looping chord, like a synthesizer, and then you bring that up to your mouth. Have you ever heard of a talk box? Have you heard of talk boxes? It's a special electronic musical instrument accessory. You use it with like keyboards, synthesizers, MIDI synthesizers, and keyboards. It is basically, it's kind of like a speaker. You know how you'll like plug a speaker into your computer so that you can hear everything? Or like headphones? It's like that, except instead of a regular shape for a speaker, it sends the sound into a tube, and you put that tube into your mouth. And then when you like make shapes with your mouth like you're talking or singing, it bends it into those sounds. And that's how you get like oh, which song is it? There's this really popular TikTok audio of a guy using a talk box. But now there's nowhere to hide, 'cause you push my love aside out of my head. Do you know that? He's using a talk box in that. He's playing it on a piano and it's going into his mouth. That's how those work. It's the exact same phenomenon that I was just doing on my phone speaker. I kind of want to get a talk box and play around with that. Do it with a guitar. I've never seen that, but theoretically you could just instead of feeding the sound through an amp, have it go through a talk box. And then whatever you play, it'll go to your mouth and you can sing it, I guess. I say sing, but you don't actually vocalize. You just make shapes with your mouth as if you are singing or speaking, and it bends the sound. I think they did that in a Silk Sonic song too. Which Silk Sonic song was that? Bruno Mars et al. What is that? What song was it that used the talk box in the beginning? I can't remember how it sounded, but it was in the very beginning of one of their songs. I remember what happens after the intro though. It's the thing that goes before the to the moon. What you trying to do? I don't remember the intro. I just remember that they used one in that place. That's the part I remember. Yeah, 24 karat magic. 24 karat magic in the air. I don't remember the intro though. But the intro in that song is a talk box, I think, if I'm remembering it correctly. It's been a long while since I've heard it, but yeah. I love Bruno Mars. He's so crazy. That man is sick. That man is nasty. Yeah, that man is just different. That man is built so different. It is insane. I want what he has. Leaving soon? I am leaving in about 18 minutes, 17 minutes. Oh, are you counting the seconds? Are you counting the seconds? Yeah, I'll be wrapping in like 17 minutes. Because as I mentioned, the stream today is just an hour. Just an hour. Don't worry, I'm not including the waiting screen. And I'll also talk a little bit after. It's just the hour that will be the time I spend talking. Oh my gosh. Planning to do anything for Halloween? I haven't decided yet. I have an idea. And I also have a chance to do like a group thing on stream the morning of Halloween. I don't know how much has been said about that yet though, so I should refrain from commenting on that. I still want to see if I can pull together a modified, shorter karaoke for you, because I wanted to do some karaoke this month, but I wasn't able to. So if I can recover enough by then, there's the chance for that. I don't know. Dressed up as Link for Halloween? No, but I always wanted to. I always wanted to. I even tried a couple years, but my mom was like, Kaelix, they're just going to think you're Peter Pan. Pick something people will recognize or think is cool. I was like, yeah, okay, I guess you're right. I wasn't even upset because I wanted to be cool. I was in it for the love of the game. I was in it for the glory. I was in it to be the coolest kid in class with my cool costumes. So I never ended up dressing as Link. Maybe I will. You know what? Maybe I will. I want to dress up specifically as the hero of Twilight because I think he has the coolest tunic. I think he has the coolest armor. Because, you know, most of them, they're very light, just pure fabric. Sometimes it's a little skirt, sometimes it's shorts. Not this guy. This guy's got chainmail under it. He's got chainmail in there. And his boots look so nice. It's got like an intricate design on the boots. I want those boots. I would wear those boots normally. I kind of want to get a good pair of cowboy boots. Unrelated. Actually loosely related because I think he had boots like that because he was a cowboy. Which is probably why he's the best Link. Yeah, that Link was a cowboy. The Link from Twilight Princess. He was a rancher. He handled rams. So I guess not cowboy. He's a ram boy, I suppose. A goat boy. It's because he's the goat. Yeah, I just like that Link's design. And it just goes to show that anytime Nintendo wants to put Link in something, and anytime they want to represent The Legend of Zelda as a franchise, they're not putting Breath of the Wild's Link in there. They're not putting the Hero of Time from Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. They're not putting him in there. They're putting the Hero of Twilight because he has the sexiest and most adequate design. It is the most correct Zelda design in history. It is the best Link ever. The most Link that has ever linked ever. And as they should. I agree with this, and I hope it never changes. I hope this specific link represents the franchise forever. It's good. It's such a nice design. I love it so much. Yeah, I'd like to do that one. Or another fun one would be specifically the original Hyrule Warriors link. Because that guy's got some extra armor. I mentioned like chainmail and the Twilight Princess tunic. This guy's got like a pauldron. He's got like a, what is that called? Like a shoulder armor. A shoulder guard, pauldron. And he's got that cool scarf. Yeah, he's got that cool blue scarf. Nice contrast against the green. That's a nice design too. That's a fun one. Yeah. I want to dress as those guys. Or, ooh, one Zelda costume I also really wanted to do as a kid, but I couldn't do. Because the build was just too complicated, was, oh, why am I blanking on his name? The Garo Master. I just thought he was so cool. His aura was through the roof. He has like the Johnny Bravo looking brass mask and 2 scimitars and a poncho. Ugh, that was so cool. So cool. I love that look. Or like Skull Kid. Skull Kid would be nice too. Yeah. I always wanted to do Skull Kid, but specifically Ocarina of Time's Skull Kid. So like with the skull mask instead. I feel like most people when they do that, when they dress up as Skull Kid, they'll pull out the mask, but I like the skull mask. I think it suits him more with the little horns, the little like bumps, those little protrusions. So cool. You know, when it came to the things that I dressed up as, they were, rather than characters, I was more prone to dressing up as ideas. Like, one that I did that was very well received. My teachers were obsessed with it. I did this one where I basically set up a modified backpack and had it fastened so that it would rest, so that it was like, how do I describe this? The bottom of the backpack was up at my shoulders. So the top went up past my head. And I used that to build the base for a fake torso. Like a fake human body. And I used like my dad's coat, I think, or maybe it was my grandpa's coat. I think actually, yeah, I borrowed it. I remember we went to visit them that night to borrow it. Yeah, I borrowed my grandpa's coat, and what I did is over the course of like a week before Halloween, I got these cheese balls in the big plastic jar. You know, the classic big plastic jar of cheese balls, and I ate all of them, and I cleaned it up. I spent like an hour in the bathtub cleaning it so that there was no cheese residue in there. And then I cut out the bottom, and I put my head in it, and I like you know, I had dressed up the bottom with cotton balls and stuff like that to hide the hole and stuff. Just filled it up a little bit. And basically I made it look like I was carrying around a severed head without a head on top. Because the coat, it was zipped up. The arms were rigged so that they were clinging to the jar. This has probably been done a billion times around the world. But when I did it, I was uninfluenced by the public. This is something me and my mom just really wanted to do, and it turned out so cool, and I was so proud of it, and I was the coolest kid in town. I was the coolest kid in Kokiri Village, you best believe. It was so awesome. That was a really cool one. Yeah, carrying around my head in a little jar. I was very proud of that one. I'm trying to think of the other ones I did. There was one of the later years, I was just a zombie. But the gimmick was specifically in makeup. We experimented with latex that year. And I had it so that like my it was the way I'm going to describe this makes it sound so weird, but it looked really cool in practice. We used liquid latex to open up a hole basically where my mouth would be. And over my lips, we used fake acrylic nails that we had filed down to look more like teeth. And it basically was an illusion of like an exposed teeth jaw moment. Like my mouth was torn open. It was really cool. And I was a zombie. Totemo kakoyokata. It was very cool. It was a really, really cool costume. And it creeped out my teachers, and they were very upset about that one, actually. They did not like that one so much. They, you know, they were showering praise on baby Kaelix with the jar, but when tween Kaelix came through with the graphic makeup, they were not a fan so much. They were a little uncomfortable. But it was really cool. It was really, really cool. Yeah. That was a fun one. Yeah, I did not play about Halloween. I really didn't. And then I hit like 13, 14, and I just never dressed up properly again, unless it was for... And I think this is why. Once I started doing stuff for the haunted house, it's kind of like I cashed in all the Halloween spirit that I'd have for the rest of my life over those 3 years. And now it's just kind of like, okay, I guess. Yeah. Like if I dressed up today, I'd rather do something very casual. I'd rather not do something so extra. Just do like a simple costume and wear it to like a party is my vibe now. Still something with effort, however. You know, like we've talked about her a bit. You know Judge Shay, the lady that judges you based on what you bring to the potluck? I'm like her, but for Halloween costumes. If you roll up to a Halloween party wearing lingerie and animal ears, you know what you get for that? You get 10 years in the hole with no parole, followed by the Judas cradle in the costume. For you and your Uber driver and your lawyer, not your prosecutor. And your prosecutor gets a 2-month all expense paid trip to Jamaica. That's what you get if you roll up to a Halloween party in lingerie and animal ears. If you roll up to a Halloween party in anything of that territory where you just bought it and put it on, you are at minimum getting a $500 fine and community service. At minimum. That's if I'm feeling merciful. You got to put some effort into it. If you're wearing things that you just bought, it has to at least be a collection of things that you've assembled. That is my stance for like a good Halloween costume. There needs to be some effort. There needs to be some like maybe a little makeup. Not necessary. You don't need to like wear makeup or a wig. I need to see some effort in the costume, you know? Like I personally, even if I dressed up as something like Link, I personally don't think I'd wear a wig. I don't think I'd do crazy makeup. I might do a little bit. I might thicken my brows a little bit. I might do a little bit of like eyeshadow to match his style a bit, but I don't think I'd go that crazy as to like wear a wig. I think wigs are unpleasant. I don't like wearing them. So I do wear wigs. No, quite the opposite. I've worn wigs for various things and I hate it. I think it is one of the most unpleasant things you can wear on your entire body. It is so uncomfortable. I hope never to wear a wig again for the rest of my life. Kudos to people that do. Kudos to people that are comfortable wearing wigs because they look awesome. They look great. People that like style them. I especially respect the people that go out of their way to like do the crazy styled wigs and will like glue it down for a bit. Very awesome look. Could not be me. Could never be me. I do not have it in me. They are so itchy and unpleasant. Have you worn wigs? No, I have not. Will you wear wigs? Maybe. When will you wear wigs? Haha. I love that video. Yeah, no, I can't do it. I just think it's itchy. I think it's sweaty. I just don't like it. Maybe I've only worn cheap wigs is my problem. I guess I've never known luxury. I don't know what it feels like to wear like a quality wig. Maybe those are different, but personally, just the sensation of having hair touch my neck that is not mine. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Not a fan at all. Never again. Maybe I could try a nicer one sometime, but yeah, no, I expect that it would be the same. I expect that it would be the same. But hey, beauty is pain, as they say, right? Beauty is pain. It costs a whole lot of pain to look this good. Or however the saying goes. I can't remember. Yeah, shouts out cosplayers, shouts out wig wearers, shouts out people that endure the discomfort of wigs to turn a look. Mad respect. Not even just cosplayers, because, you know, there are people that wear wigs in daily life. That's normal. It could never be me. It just could never be me, is what I'm saying. As good as they look, as nice and rewarding as it can be to get into it, it could never be me. It will never be me. If the day comes that people saying, please never go bald, if one day I hit 30, I hit 40, and suddenly all my hair falls off my head all at once, I think I'm just gonna have to commit in that timeline. I could not start wigging. It just would not work for me. Yeah. Bald and even bad? I don't think so either. I think I've talked about this before. I personally hate it. It's one of my least favorite running jokes of the internet today is, I love you. You're so funny. Please never go bald. I cringe. I cringe when I read that. That's so thumbs down emoji. I don't know. It was one thing when it was current about 2 years ago. Now it's like old and unfunny. I don't know. That's just how I feel, though. Where did it start? I have no idea where that came from. I have no idea where it came from, but I don't like it. I think it is a very normal thing to be bald, and I think bald people, I think they've got plenty to be insecure about as it is. In this society, they do not need more, is how I feel. I think the standard that we have around balding is already pretty harsh. I don't think we need to add on a joke to it. Yeah, I don't know. And I talk about this a lot. I'm not a fan of jokes about the way people look. I just don't like it. Joke about the way people dress or the way they act. If somebody looks a mess or if somebody acts foolish, make fun of that. That's how I feel. Because that's so much funnier. For one, it's so funny. That's like quality content. You've got so much to work with, and you're going for this. You know what I mean? And then for two, it just feels better. It just feels nicer. Yeah, I will flame you for showing up to the Halloween party in lingerie, or in a costume you just grabbed off the rack. If there's no effort in your Halloween costume, I'll make fun of you for that. I would rather somebody show up in an orange morph suit with glued on blonde mustache and orange makeup as the Lorax. I would have an infinite wealth of respect more for that than I would somebody showing up in a really nice, nightgown and rabbit ears. I'm a mouse. On that note, we've talked for an hour now. How do you feel? I know how I feel. I'm glad that we were able to hang out. I was very smart to call this at an hour from the start, because I can already feel that I need to rest my voice. I can already feel that I've talked a little too much. Yeah, already, right? The time flew by. I feel like we were here for 2 seconds. And now it's over. Oh, man. But it's okay. There's more talking to come. There's more chatting to come. This is far from my last stream. That's something I've been thinking to myself to kind of get through this period. I feel like every stream I've done, it feels like it's been months, but the last 2 weeks, I've walked out of it feeling so dissatisfied. I'm like, ugh, that was not enough. But it's okay, because it doesn't end here. There's more to come, and I just gotta wait, and then it will come. So I hope that you are having fun. I hope that you can. I hope you can enjoy what we have, I guess, is how I'll say it. I do. Yeah, I'm gonna send you off now. In the meantime, I can tell you about my schedule for next week because I don't have it in writing yet. I need to clarify a couple details, but tomorrow, immediate future. Tomorrow, same time as today, I think. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. EDT. Sunday, 7 p.m. EDT. So that's what, 8 a.m. Monday JST. Members only stream because it will mark, I don't know if you know this or remember, but it'll mark 6 months since I first opened memberships. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling to talk today. It'll mark 6 months since I opened it, and 6 months since I revealed the Debonair mascot. So it's the half birthday. Yeah. So I'll just be, to celebrate it, I'll just be hanging out, just chatting a little bit, nothing too crazy. I will have something pretty cool to show you. If your name is green and you stop by, you may notice something pretty cool. I'll have something interesting to show you, but unfortunately, otherwise it'll be very mundane. Yeah, I'll have a cool new thing to show off, but other than that, it'll be very simple. It'll be a simple chatting stream, and it will probably be a lot shorter than my usual standards for members only, just due to what I can handle right now. You're free to speculate and imagine in the meantime, but you'll see it before we start tomorrow. Yeah, you should see before we start tomorrow. Teehee. Teehee. Yeah. As for the rest of the week, I need Monday and Tuesday off so that I can work. However, it's not scheduled, but just to fill up the week a little bit more, because I'm not doing very much due to the work that I have to catch up on. I want to see if I can squeeze in a short stream similar to today, of just like an hour or less. Maybe a vertical one. It's been a minute since the last vertical, like a phone call, a FaceTime type moment, video call. Maybe we could fit one of those in. I don't know yet, but I want to see. It's not scheduled, so there's a very strong chance that it will not happen. But maybe as a gorilla, just to fill it up a little bit and to hang out a little bit more. Wednesday, I am hoping to start playing Pokemon Legends Z2A. It's pronounced Z2A, right? Not ZA. I thought it was ZA, but then I heard somebody say Z2A, and I was like, oh, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Yeah, I'm hoping and planning to play it Wednesday. I should be good to play it by then. I hope I am. If I'm not, we'll do something else, but yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. Friday and Saturday, you could see a couple collabs. I can't give you the details or the time yet because I still need to lock it in, unfortunately. This is a challenge of scheduling collabs. I can't just be like, all right, it's this time. It has to be like, is this time okay? Oh no. Okay, is this time okay? Oh no. Okay, how about this time? Yeah? Okay, great. It can be so difficult sometimes, but it's worth it. It's so much fun. Yeah, you may see a couple collabs Friday and Saturday. But Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, do not expect to see me much, if at all. Okay? Yeah, it'll be a bit of a drought week. I had a bunch of work to do in the first place, and then I got sick. So now I've got 2 times the work, almost 3 times the work to catch up on. I'm making good progress, but I'll need a couple more days of like consistent work to catch up, to make up for the time that I lost. But yeah, that is what next week is looking like. For now, I will send you, let's see, where do you want to go? Where can I send you? You want to go to Eeny. I say eeny meeny, but I can't even see what's live yet. Aya Amare. Oh my gosh, this is so perfect. I think we were watching her do this last time we redirected. She's painting stuff. She's painting minis for the Warhammer thing that she really likes. I redirected into her painting something from this thing last time, and she talked about a bunch of lore for like 30 minutes. I was listening the whole time. I remember she talked about, were they orcs? The thing that I remembered the most was the ones that like are just whimsical, and it's like the power of belief and joy and optimism that makes them stand out. I thought those were cool. Yeah, maybe you'll get some more lore dumping if you participate in the redirect. No pressure, of course. If this is the end of the line, I hope you get some good rest. Hope you can relax. Have a nice meal when you can. Okay, very important. Get some good food. I think I'm going to make some pasta because the soup that I've been having, it's at the point now where I cannot keep reheating it. It's at the point where reheating it is going to be a little weird. So yeah, I think I might make some pasta for the next few days. I don't know yet. I'll figure that out when I get there. But yeah, I'll see you as soon as I can, okay? Members only stream tomorrow, etc. Until then, okay? All right. Stay safe. Bye-bye.